Myself Prachi Zadav and from Maharashtra Public School. Today we are here to interview a very famed and prominent personality of Aurangabad. Today I'll be meeting my inspiration, that's my idol, Captain Dr. Maqdoom Farooqui, Principal Dr. Rafiq Zakaria College for Women. Before moving on, I would like to introduce him to you. He has also worked as the principal of Maulana Azad College. He made that college get A grade under the NAC cycles. He is also the captain of 51 Battalion NCC. He is a prominent social worker. He motivates girls to take education. He wants the minority women to get good and quality education, and he wants to bring them in the mainstream for job and self-dependency. He made this college flourish under his presence. The college has got beautiful gardens, disciplined mechanism, and no phone zones within lecture halls, libraries, and auditoriums. He has a lot of patents and publications at national and international levels. Students have also been awarded PhD under him. So without waiting any further, let's move on and ask him some questions. Sir, our first question to you is, what inspired you to come in the teaching field?
Before answering this question, I would like to welcome Prachi Shivaji Jadhav to this beautiful campus, and I am very happy that Maharashtra Public School has given this assignment. This will definitely encourage girls, increase self-confidence, as well as will go a long way in building up their personality. So welcome, you are a wonderful child.
Thank you, sir.
So your first question was?
What inspired you to come in the teaching field?
See, my mother was always reading books, and she taught me a lot. So from her I got the inspiration, and many of my relatives were teachers, so I thought that it is the best profession, and my passion was also to become a teacher. So when I was in the 8th standard in the St. Francis de Sales High School, and so from 8th standard I used to teach my classmates. So we used to sit together during examinations. I used to learn all the chapters, and then I used to teach them. So it was a group study at that time. So from 8th standard I had passion for teaching. Then in 10th we all continued the same pattern, and this is how it was my passion, and I followed it, thanks to Almighty God.
Yes. Sir, you got your schooling in St. Francis. Then where did you get your higher education, like graduation?
So previously my pre-primary education was in Little Flower.
Oh.
Then from Little Flower we went to St. Francis de Sales High School. Then I went to Maulana Azad College, and my education up to PG and research, it was all from Maulana Azad College of Arts, Science and Commerce.
Okay. Sir, being a child, did you like playing different sports?
Yes, I was a very good athlete, and I was a basketball player. So I have represented my college, and still we have a very good team. Recently our teammates played a match against Kolhapur 50 plus. So still it is going on, and I still have passion for this thing. I was an athlete, so 100 meter and 200 meter and relay, and plus basketball was my favorite games.
So during your childhood, how did you spend your free time? Like, what were your hobbies?
See, we used to live in Rauf Colony near Jama Masjid and Amkhas ground. So that ground has also played a very important role in my life. So as soon as we used to come from the school, we used to run on Amkhas ground, and there we used to play, we used cycles, we used to run. So this is how we used to spend some time, and then pray, go to masjid, pray, and then come back, wash hands, feet, and then we used to study. So this was our routine. So we had enough time for playing as well as for studies.
Then the next question is. You are the captain of NCC also. So what do you feel about it?
See, I was always having passion for a ground activity. So in 95, when the then NCC captain of Maulana Azad College unit, NCC unit, he was to retire. So principal called and he was discussing to whom we should send for the training, and first there is interview and all that. I said I am very much interested, and this is how I got the chance. Then there was interview in Pune. So I gave that interview. I excelled in that interview. Then I went for the pre-commission training, and in the training I got out of 78 officers cadet from all India, I stood 11th in the rank. So it was very good, and I got very good grade in the training itself. And this is how, because there also it was all about running and playing and weapon training and shooting, and you name a thing and it is done there. So I enjoyed thoroughly the training of 3 months, and I was commissioned as second lieutenant. Then again I attended refresher courses, and then this is how I became captain.
You also worked with great luminaries like Dr. Sahab, Padma Shri Fatima, Rafiq, Zakaria Madam. So share your experiences with them.
See, Dr. Rafiq Zakaria Sahab is known as the architect of modern Aurangabad. So he was the man with vision. And Madam Zakaria was also a woman with equal vision, and plus she had a great caring attitude. So it was very fortunate of me, and by the grace of Almighty, I had an opportunity to work with Dr. Saab and Madam. So initially, when I was studying, and then I got appointed in 1990. So Dr. Saab was in election. So we used to come to this campus only. This campus was his office, and we used to enjoy, and we used to tell people to vote him and all that. Then after that, in 2001, Dr. Saab said that I want to invite Ratan Tata. So what program we can have? So it was not up to his standard that we should have these dramas and activities of various institutions and people sitting and enjoying it. So it is not that kind which will suit Ratan Tata. So I said, I was NCC officer, so I said, why can't we have march past and give salute to Ratan Tata of all the contingents belonging to various institutions. So he said, this is a great idea, and then we got it executed. Ratan Tata was very, very happy, and then Dr. Zakaria Sahab said that we will continue this. He invited Vilas Raoji Deshmukh, who was Chief Minister. Then he invited Sushil Kumar Shindeji, he was also Chief Minister. Then Farid Saab. So we had n number of programs. And then in 2003, he said, I want to make you vice principal. So, because I have seen the leadership qualities in you, you are very good at managing. So, then in 2003, I became vice principal. Dr. Saab called and he gave me order. Then in 2005, after the principal Ahmad Zahir Saab retired, I got an opportunity. And from 2005 onwards, I was principal of Maulana Azad College up to 19. And from 19, I was even more fortunate to head this Dr. Rafiq Zakaria College for Women as principal. And it is my passion to work for women's fold, so I am enjoying it. Your question also has that how I came into teaching. So I am teaching chemistry and still I enjoy teaching. If you ask me, my passion is teaching. So now also we have started a neat batch for those girls who cannot afford coaching classes and pay lakhs of rupees. Free coaching we have started here. So I still teach chemistry to those classes, and I am taking my workload also. So it's very enjoying and very satisfying experience. Working with madam was great because after the sad demise of Dr. Saab, we were working with madam. So I was one of the closest to madam. So I had very rich experience and inspiration from Madam Zakaria, and we used to talk, we used to eat together, we used to travel together, and I have learned a lot from her. How my personality has been carved. I must say that it is Madam's influence you can see on me, and even my temperament has become like that I want everything neat, clean, flowers.
Yes.
So this is all given by God's grace through madam.
So you have been a professor for many years and now you are a principal too. So what do you like as such, teaching as a professor or administrating as a principal?
See, my basic passion is to teach. And when we are teaching, so as a teacher, if I have some innovative ideas, I cannot implement it. So being a combination of teacher and principal works very well, because what we think of how to teach in a better way and how to make teaching enjoyable, that we can design by sitting on the principal's chair. So I feel that both the caps are equally important, because when you are principal, you are also a teacher. So we have workload. I take lectures. I teach to NEET batch also, 11th standard. So it's all a mix bag, that is teaching and administration. But my basic passion is teaching.
Yes. What do you have to speak about women empowerment?
See, I understand that women empowerment is not transforming women into men. It is very wrongly understood that if a girl is riding a bullet and she is wearing jacket and jeans, people say, oh, this girl is empowered. So according to me, it is no empowerment. According to me, is making women, powerful women, is women empowerment.
Yes.
Because I have seen Madam Zakaria, I have seen many women, I have seen Madam's relationship with Mrs. Indira Gandhi, and see, so those are the examples of women empowerment. Sarojini Naidu was an example of women empowerment, but she never said, I don't want to cook and I don't want to wear all these traditional dresses of saris and all that. I want a bob cut because I'm in the movement marching shoulder to shoulder with men, so I don't want to look like this. It was not her this thing. She said, a very traditional woman, cooking at home, upbringing the children, but the mind is of great power. So empowering the mind, making women a stronger woman, is women empowerment. Not transforming women into men is women empowerment. And I think the poverty is a disease. Poverty is a disease, and the medicine for the disease is education.
Yes.
quality education is the medicine to cure the disease of poverty.
Sir, you spoke about education. So, what are our do's and don'ts? What should we do and what should we not do on our educational journey?
See, as young and budding leaders of tomorrow's India, you should follow first of all your passion. You should first of all identify yourself as a very important gift of God, and you go and introspect yourself that what I am good at and what I am bad at, because everyone is not good at all the things, nor everyone is bad at all the things. So you should first of all identify that I am good at this and I am not so good at this. So if I am good at this, I should pursue that line, because already my inbuilt system is helping me to go for that. For example, if you are good at mathematics and you are not good at languages, English, Hindi, Marathi, and what we do, we say don't go for extra classes of mathematics because you are already good at mathematics. You give more focus on languages because you are bad at languages. This is where the parents and teachers go wrong. If you are good at mathematics, take 100 more classes of mathematics, because you can become tomorrow's mathematician. You don't put all your efforts on languages because you are not good at it. So you learn the languages to certain extent so that it can be great and it can be helpful for you to convey your messages in correct languages. That is more than sufficient. But don't put all your efforts in making your languages number one. You focus on mathematics. Suppose if somebody is good in Hindi or English and weak in mathematics and science, don't tell, don't go for Hindi and English classes because you have to focus on mathematics and science, it is weak. No, you just focus so that you can pass in mathematics and in science, but you put your more focus on languages so that tomorrow you can get Nobel Prize in whatever you write. So this is the thing which we can identify by ourselves and focus on it. And you see, there is no substitute to acquiring knowledge. If you acquire the knowledge, then only you can flourish. And my message to all the young people is that you follow your passion, you work hard, you plan smartly. See, people say smart work. I don't believe in smart work. I always believe in hard work, but I believe in smart planning. You plan smartly and work hard. That is the main key to success. If you are doing smart work, means what smart work you are doing? There is no substitute to hard work. So plan smartly and work very, very hard on that smart planning. So ultimately, the key of success is the planning. The planning is very important. And in the timetable, you see, if you are making a timetable, I know that children in 7th standard, 8, 9, 10, they all make timetable. Getting up at 6 o'clock, washing this thing and getting ready at 6:30 and all that, and continuously they don't have single hour left. They say 1 to 1:30 lunch, 1:30 to quarter to 2 sleep for 15 minutes, then get up at quarter to 2, then take history, then geography, then physics, chemistry, biology and all that. Don't do like that. Keep at least 2 hours free to think. Every timetable should have 2 hours to think and think and think. Because if your timetable doesn't have time to think, you will become clerks. If you had time to think in your timetable, then you will become leaders.
Yes.
So thinking is more important rather than just mugging up and practicing and writing to get marks in your examination. That is not that much important. Important is the concept clearing in the mind and knowledge, because nowadays everything is based on the competitive examinations. So competitive examination is totally concept based examination. So you need to have clear concepts in your mind, and that will come only when you will think.
Sir, you spoke about competitive exams. So what do you want to say that what should we, if from this age, if we want to prepare for competitive exams, what should we do?
As I told, you have to clear the concepts. If you have all the concept clear in your mind of physics and chemistry and biology and mathematics and everything, the question which comes in the competitive exams are based on conceptual knowledge. It doesn't base on what you have mug up in your school days. So instead of learning, understand it. Instead of learning, understand it. And that understanding will definitely get you through any competitive examination.
As our audience can see, sir has a vast expanse of knowledge. If a 12-year-old like me comes and sits in front, he can discuss my syllabus. If a research student comes, he can interrogate and guide him. If a principal colleague of his comes, he can share his intellectual views. So we can say that sir is a very knowledgeable person.
Thank you so much. God bless you, and I am thankful to your school and your teachers, principals. God bless you. Convey my regards to all the lovely students of this wonderful dynamic school.
So we have just the last question. Like, what is your specific message to all the young generation like now, like us, or like the people who are graduating or doing specific courses like 10, 12, or even higher in English?
My message is that you have to be true to yourself. Once you are true to yourself, you are true to your family, your friends, school, community, and your state and country and world at large. So one has to be true to himself or herself. You follow your passion. You keep one thing in mind, that everything is the creation of Almighty God. And suppose if you people draw some painting, and if somebody puts his leg or throws water on that picture, you will get very angry. So just imagine, everything around us and ourselves are the creation of Almighty God, and harming any creation or distorting any creation of God will make him unhappy. So if you want to be happy and